Hello and welcome to the Foodcast with Rohit. Today I'm joined by Nidhi Nahata, the founder of JustBe by Nidhi Nahata, a plant-based kitchen here in Sadashiva, Nagar. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you, Rohit, for this opportunity to share my journey with plant-based life, with JustBe.
Yeah, so I've come here a few times, probably 4 or 5 times I've eaten. The food is very, very delicious. And obviously everything is plant-based, and that's something that is trending right now. People want healthier options. They want to eat better to feel better. What was your inspiration? Like, how did you get into cooking?
So basically, this is my journey started with plant-based in 2016
Okay.
when I attended a retreat for 21 days to lower my cholesterol because I didn't want to be on medication.
Hmm.
And what was interesting was that I really didn't go to attend this retreat to become a vegan,
Okay.
but the journey, the way it transformed me, the same single day I turned vegan in the evening after watching Earthling, I've turned vegan for lifetime.
Earthlings, there's a documentary that I think
Yeah.
went viral on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Oh, I think I've seen that as well. It's quite scary, actually. What
I think,
goes into the food that we eat?
and for me, because I come from a community where dairy product is such a major, large part of our kitchen. The most important ingredient, all the dairy products, like whether it's ghee, dahi, doodh, paneer, like every single thing, and we just thrived on that.
True.
And in the morning in the retreat, when I heard that, oh, you need to give up dairy, meat was always vegetarian, so okay, fine. But dairy, and I'm like, what the hell is she talking? Like, what is wrong? How can dairy be wrong?
True.
And when I saw the documentary, and by the end of the day, Rohit, something like maybe my aha moment, or you can just say that spiritually, mentally, like everything just aligned for me and closed.
Yeah, I think we don't realize how much dairy is involved, especially in Indian cooking, where like you might think, oh, paneer is just remove paneer. It's like, no, there's milk, there's cream, there's ghee. Like even when you make your roti, you put ghee on it. And for some people, they can't eat the roti without that. They need that glistening, shiny thing.
Butter is used in perpetually every dish because it enhances
Pav
the taste.
bhaji.
Everything. Like butter, like even like I went to a restaurant and then they asked that, oh, sushis, I'm sure that's safe, just don't put, oh ma'am, we just glazed it with butter. I'm like, oh, okay. So we don't even realize where all this is used.
True. I mean, I think sushi, in India, everything gets adapted, right? So there'll be paneer sushi, there'll be crispy sushi,
Yeah.
and everything gets kind of that mayonnaise combination, and you don't even know what it is in it anymore.
Exactly. It's like the whole recipe's changed to Indian palate, right?
Yes.
The original is gone.
So, in coming up with a menu that obviously doesn't have all of these very traditional ingredients, how did you go about it? What were some of the alternatives or approach? Because the food is very tasty. I mean, that we'll show you some of the dishes that we tried. The food is very, very tasty. So, how did you achieve that while not using all of these ingredients that we think are so important?
So for me, I really feel that once we make up our mind, we find alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I decided that I'm going to give up dairy in life for life, and it's not going to come into my house ever, and but I have people living in my house, my children, my husband, all of them. So what I started doing is I started trying one dish every single day for 1 year,
Okay.
and whatever my children and my family were used to, I'm like, how do I make this dish? Initially, I was very, very bent upon whole food plant based, so we didn't
Okay.
even use oil and
wow.
maida and things. We didn't use any of these things at home, so it was much more harder. And they would be like, "Oh, this tastes so good! You haven't made this before." I'm like, "Yeah," and it's just
No
it's
oil
just-
as well.
no oil too. So even here in the restaurant, a lot of my dishes don't have oil.
Okay.
It's whole food. So we
So
have
completely cutting out any kind of
Processed.
fat and process. Okay, processed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Sorry, continue.
yeah, that's fine. So they started loving the food. And in a month's time, my husband's acidity reduced.
Okay.
My son's asthma disappeared. For the whole month, he didn't take his that Montec, the allergy medicine, and he didn't take the inhaler. And he's
I
like,
mean,
Mom,
people say like asthma is something you have to live with. Like it never goes away. So
that's what the doctors told me. That I used to take. He was very chronic. He has to live with it. You change the city because Bangalore has a lot of pollen. Oh, it's genetic. And it's 8 years since we are vegan, and my son hasn't touched one single day.
that is incredible.
None of the medicines, no inhalers, nothing. So my belief in plant-based food is very, very high. And I really believe that, our lives should be that we depend on plants and fruits and vegetables and anything which is grown, not born, not snatched, like the milk is snatched from the cows. Anything, eat all of that. Because I think the plants actually offer the apples are like, grown and like, hello, take it. I'll rot in here, take it. But when you go to eat a chicken, the chicken knows you're going to kill. They run away from you. The pigs, they run away. All of these, like the animals run away. That means, hello, don't. And I remember, so we owned one cow in Bangalore, and the cow's milk was only for us. We would give everything what it needed because I wanted to give my children the best milk and ghar ka ghee. So I used to take all the milk what used to be there. And once when I witnessed that, you need to tie the legs of the cows because they kick when you touch their udder for the milk. And the calf is actually far away and she's crying for the mother, and the mother is like fighting over here, and the milk comes out more. Okay, so she produces more milk because of that love and that struggle to. I don't understand how we humans were. This happened like a long time back, and nothing. I didn't feel sensitive about it at all. I only thought about my child, and I didn't think about that little child who actually needs the milk.
True. No, I think if you're probably like, even I'm the same way, right? You grow up doing a certain thing, you just assume it's normal, and until someone from outside tells you, like, this is actually kind of crazy.
It's not fair. Like, would I share I'm a mother, so I know what it means when you're feeding your child and you're growing your child up. You want to give the best thing, the best, like, you're so possessive about your child, you don't want to give your child to anybody else.
True.
And at this time, what we humans are doing with animals, and what are we doing with, especially with the mother and child? I mean, as a woman, as a mother, my consciousness just like shook me up. Like, what the hell are you doing, Nidhi? This was what was happening to me when I was seeing the movie Earthling. So, I
mean, there's a lot of inspiration behind this, obviously. How did you translate that into a restaurant that's obviously serving food built on that philosophy?
That's interesting. Very interesting story. I love my life because it's been so interesting. I find my life the most interesting thing in life, to be very honest, because, I'm just watching. I never planned in my life to ever open a restaurant and engage myself because I'm a free soul. I take off for Vipassana. I want to do some workshop. I'll take off for 4 days, 5 days. Like, don't give me something which is going to bind me in one place.
Okay.
And to this, I work 18 hours a day. And if you ask me for a holiday, I holiday every day. Where? At JustBe. This is my vacation. This is my workplace. This is where I enjoy the most. This is where I smile the most. Because I love serving compassion on every plate that's served here.
It is a beautiful place. I mean, you've got the indoors, you've got the outdoors. Bangalore's beautiful weather, of course,
I love it.
makes anything with a little bit of greenery feel like a resort.
Yeah. So this is my resort, my little small resort, which many of them call it temple too. So like, I embrace everything what it's called. So Rohit, what happened is that I came back and I started cooking, and even when guests used to come, I made exactly what we ate. And people were like, oh my God. And after they would eat, and I would reveal, hello, this has no oil, this has no dairy, this is no.
That's the way to do it, right? If you tell people in the beginning, they'll like...
Biased.
Exactly.
And then they eat from the mind. They don't...
They're like, this is... This is... Something is off. But if you reveal it afterwards...
And they're like, are you kidding? Because they've already told me 100 times, oh, it's yum, what is this new dish? Blah, blah, blah. Now they can't go back. So then I tell them, you know what, this is what it... Are you kidding? Like, yeah, this is how I made... And they're like, can we have the recipe? And if this is how it is, I don't mind turning vegan. I'm like, oh, really? Maybe you should open a restaurant. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like, forget it. But I didn't realize I started doing cooking classes.
Okay.
And people are like, you know what, Nidhi, we love the smoothies you made. Can you teach us the cooking you did without oil? My husband has cholesterol. This one has this. I would call everybody home and just do, not transactional, like just
just for friends and family,
just a service to people. Because I feel that it's a gift to me what I got. So I started doing that. And Rohit, one evening when my oldest son said, Mom, I want to go out and eat, but I don't know where to go. And we were trying to Google and see that. Okay, fine, let's figure out a place. And we couldn't find one.
True. I mean, it's still a very niche in Bangalore. I think there are a few places that call themselves plant-based, but then they've had to kind of pivot or still...
Yeah.
There's not a pure veg. Like, pure veg is a strong thing, but
exactly,
completely plant-based is very rare.
Very, very rare. So he wanted to go out and eat, and we couldn't find vegan were one or two here and there, but whole food plant-based, no. And I'm like, I couldn't sleep that night. And morning I woke up and I told my husband, I said, I want to do this. He said, are you kidding? This industry is tough. And then who's going to eat this kind of food? I said, you guys, all of you are eating every single and every day. Hello, it's family, it's home food, restaurant, you need exotic. I said, I just want to do it. And he just smiled and he said, okay, fine. I just feel... He still says, I don't know why I agreed to you, but I just feel that when there's something very true and pure that needs to happen, first, you are picked to do it.
Yes.
Not everybody can choose a lifestyle and shift their lifestyle so easily. So I really feel very fortunate that maybe I'm one of the chosen one. And when there's something very true, it is not work. It just flows through you. So today, I'm not Nidhi Nahata. I am Nidhi JustBe. That's how people save my name.
I was just going to say, that's how you would save someone in the contacts.
And that's how, and I love it. And that's, my birthday, my 50th birthday this year.
Oh, wow.
And my mom, she wanted to give me...
Oh, we've got something special coming
for you. Because you were coughing, I have something very special. This is the herbal infusion tea made with 21 herbs and spices from my kitchen. And this is a carried forward recipe from generations, the Nahata generation. So I said, I have to bring this here.
21 herbs and spices.
Yeah, it might be a little hot, so be careful.
Oh, wow. It's got a kick.
It's nature's gift in this cup.
Yeah, I think winter is taking its toll on me.
You can.
This is
we
very
also
good.
Sell it. You can buy it. If you do some marketing too.
Yes, you can buy it at JustBe by Nidhi Nahata. No, I watched a video where in the past people's names would be based on their professions. You're like John Carpenter or Tom Blacksmith. So now in our phones, the way we save people is very similar. So it's like Nidhi JustBe.
Love it.
Rohit video, like people, Rohit video guy, Rohit vlogger. That instead of your like that's becoming the new last names.
I know, and because we have so many contacts now,
Mhm.
the world has become so reachable, like so small, like because of technology.
Yes.
And I feel that, yeah, of course, it's good. I can reach out to more people. My message can reach out to more people in one go, in one shoot. I don't have to repeat again and again to every audience.
Yes, you can make a group with everyone and just
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that becomes. So getting back to the restaurant, I think the next morning I started understanding, reading, trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, and the challenge was that no chef wanted to work with me because I took away dairy, I took away oil, no butter, no sugar, no this. I mean, he's
no
like,
sugar also.
yeah.
So
So today you have not sugar but jaggery. We always use jaggery. We also have just jaggery products here. So people use.
I guess you can't use honey either because that's from bees.
Yeah, yeah. So we use jaggery syrup in most of our recipes and desserts, and so we use.
Okay.
Initially, it was very challenging to open because I couldn't find. And then we found one person, and he took up as a challenge. And he thought maybe my husband Tarun has an extra money, and he just wants to keep his wife busy. So maybe her crazy fantasy opening a restaurant, and maybe she wants. That's what he told me.
Okay.
Maybe you want to
the
show.
chef told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
After 3 years, he tells me that I thought but ma'am, you show up every single day. You don't move from here. You work hard. Like I'm like, what did you really think? So he told me all of these things, and we thought you want to just show off to your friends. You run a cafe. You know how rich people are. They just want to. I'm like, really? So this is what.
I mean, you waited 3 years to say it. That's a.
I know he was gauging. When can he just see that, okay, fine, I'm going to come Monday. No, let's just shut it off now. I'm done.
But true, that is definitely a challenge, right? You've got, I mean, people chefs, they have their way of doing things, their way of cooking. So how did you convince or kind of train, or like, what was that process like?
So this guy was looking for a job.
Okay.
And this was a challenging thing. And he said, okay, fine, let's try.
Mm-hmm.
So he came up and he didn't promise us for how long he's going to be here. But he said, okay, fine, let me just see how I can help you guys. Helped us. And he said, no, but we can't make this. So for 3 months, he came home to have dinners at my home every single day. And I would make a big dish. I would make Indian food. I'm not a trained chef.
Okay.
I'm a home chef. So all the home things, I said that now you can help me make it exotic. Tell me, how do you make certain things? I'll give you the alternatives, but you make it exotic, what we can serve at a restaurant. He tried his best. People started coming. The challenge was that I was trying to supply something what is not in demand. Absolutely opposite the norm of business rules.
Okay.
Right? Because you supply what is in demand. One chips place did well. Now you have different kind of 100 different brands of chips because chips is in demand.
True.
So you supply more of that and bring competition. I had no competition. I had no audience.
This was in which year did you open?
2017.
Okay. It's been a few years since then.
It's seven and a half years now.
Yes. Yeah, at that time even I don't remember if there were any plant-based. I think now you've got, Go Native, you've got a few kind of that go into pure veg and beyond.
Yeah.
That time, how did people respond?
I don't know how it worked.
Okay.
Because, my husband told me that, Nidhi, I'm going to support you only for 3 months.
Oh.
And after that, if it works, great. Otherwise, how long can I pump the money? I don't know about this industry at all because he's an engineer.
Okay.
He really doesn't know how does this industry work. We got a lot of criticism initially because even we were trying to find out recipes. Today you see a very evolved menu card. You see, I have a lot of guidance. I have Chef Anthony Huang, who is the, pioneer he's renowned chef in the industry. who's helping and guiding us. So I have really the best people helping and supporting me and standing like a pillar with me to make the menu, to make the changes, to bring new concept. So that's been very, very interesting. Very interesting journey, meeting very amazing people and how giving one can be. That's what I witnessed at JustBe. It's been a journey to actually receive love.
From the community as well?
From the community, from strangers, not particularly just vegans, but even non-vegans, they just love, because I really feel that this is not my work. This is the universe's work, what I'm doing.
And it's just you're a channel to give it to the world.
Absolutely. You just put it right. I'm just the channel. And I choose to give my 100% to this. My life is dedicated to this work now.
That is awesome. So coming down to the menu, what are some of your favorite dishes? Like if you came in, you had to eat lunch, what would be your choice?
So I'll tell you, I eat usually dinners here. So it's mac and cheese.
Okay.
I love it.
I mean, both of those don't sound like whole food plant-based. Mac is, usually you think of maida and cheese.
Exactly. So you have to try this. And then...
How does that work?
So you take the whole wheat.
Okay.
The pasta, what you take is the whole wheat. And then you make the cheese. We make the cheese in-house with nuts and seeds and vegetables.
And this is more than just a restaurant. You have different spaces and run different events here as well.
So today morning every Sunday we have the Vipassana from 7:30 to 8:30. And then we have sound healing.
Oh.
So before I started JustBe, I was into psychology and healing.
Okay.
So I've done all of these things. And for me, I feel that it's very integrated. Food heals, definitely. But for a mind also, we need to do a lot of things.
True, it's mind, body, and
then the soul is nourished.
Soul.
If you take care of your mind and body, the soul gets nourished.
So along with mac and cheese, what are some of your other
I'm from
favorite
Mumbai.
dishes?
So my favorite is the Vada pav.
Oh, wow.
But then Vada pav, the pav is with maida, the vadas are fried. So now how do I make it? So I made it like a open toast with whole wheat bread, the potato, on top, and the masala potatoes, and then the vada pav masala. And you have to try it. If you haven't
like vada pav without frying it.
You have to try it.
Oh man, our followers love vada pav. They're some of my best performing videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we've had
And
the
I'm
best of the
telling
best
you-
vada pavs in Bombay, so we'll have to see how this stacks up.
Okay, so you go out, and I know there are a lot of people who are very health conscious, especially women, and everybody loves vada pav. We have the taste bud and we want to have the same thing. They come here and we give them 4 toast together.
Okay.
And they're like, oh my God, this is so much. And trust me, they don't want to share after that one piece, one bite. They don't want to share that 4 pieces with anybody else. I just love when I watch all this. And it
Who
just
shares vada pav anyway?
when you see a healthy one, you want to first share it. Oh my God, okay, this doesn't look like a vada pav, but it tastes like one. So I'm going to have it now.
And I think what I've noticed is that taste is very important. As much as people want to be healthy, they don't want to compromise on taste. So it seems like you've struck a balance between, without compromising on taste, you're still providing people healthy food. And
Okay, so tell me, what is your favorite here? If
my
you have
favorite
pizza.
is, I love the pizzas.
Oh, really?
I love pizzas. Wherever I go, if I don't want
So
to
with
decide.
this wheat, and we put the amaranth flour also in it. So you like that pizza?
Yes.
And then there is no cheese. Cheese. We
There's
make our
no
in-house cheese. Do you like the cheese?
It's nice.
I'm so happy.
Some
to hear
places are still yet to get the vegan cheese, but I think you guys, obviously by being focused on it, have. And it's probably the best vegan pizza that I've had in the city.
that. Is there anything else I want to hear? Okay, which is a dish you don't like here?
I've not hated a dish here. I think
You
whatever
can't.
we've tried has been good.
So do you know why nobody can hate a dish here or not like it? Because maybe it's not of your taste palette. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's something more expectation to reach what you've already tasted. But you still can't hate it. Because if we add a special ingredient here, and that's love.
Definitely. I mean, all the dishes, like, I've never had a bad experience here.
You can't.
Hmm.
I guarantee you that.
Yes. So, one of the challenges that you said when you were starting was finding chefs who are willing to work. What are some other challenges with starting a restaurant in Bangalore in general, kind of overall?
Mm,
Like getting people through the door, like how do
yeah,
you...
because I don't know how to. I didn't know. I still don't know. Social media. How do you promote it? I'm not very good at it. It's always just been word of mouth. Where it's spread,
Mhm.
and um, so people they knew that I'm doing cooking because I started with cooking shows. Used to do free cooking shows and free talks, educative talks on health.
Okay.
That's
Based on the same philosophy.
philosophy. So I would just get audience to come at least and try.
Hmm.
And I used to give, after cooking, I used to give the dishes to everybody to try. And they're like, oh my God, really? I said, yeah, this is what I serve at my restaurant. Come and try.
Okay.
So sometimes it used to be 5 people, sometimes 10 people. Somebody's called me to their home because they have a kitty party and they want some entertainment. And I'm like, really? I don't mind. I'll just still go and cook. And I'll show them how we can. So I've really done all of that. Like you tell me, there's a exhibition happening and they said, oh, Nidhi, you can put your stall there. Okay, fine. I get an opportunity to talk to audience. I would just go stand from morning to evening selling food over there.
That's a lot of like in-person connection.
Actually, that has worked. And because I would be at the restaurant talking to people, table to table, explaining to them what they have eaten.
Hmm.
And they're like, yeah, it is a little different, but we like it. And trust me, the first few months when I spoke to my guests, they are my guests till date. It's been 7.5 years. I see them every week
Wow.
because I got them connected to the food, what they're eating. And I remember there were so many people after COVID. It was so heartwarming to hear when after COVID, there's so many people, Rohit, who came and they said, we don't feel safe going anywhere, but we want to come to JustBe. We want to go out because we're tired eating at home and cooking at home. But this is the first time I've stepped out. Nidhi, we're coming to JustBe. Nidhi, I'm going to be there. And like, it was very heartwarming. Like, I just felt worth every moment of my life which I've given over here. I just felt worth it on those days.
So you kind of built your community, and the community keeps on growing as more and more people figure it out.
Yeah.
And for you, I'm guessing you don't go anywhere else. Like, what's if not JustBe, what's a place that you would visit?
I would go to Natureville, which is there in Nagar. Also, Copper and Clove.
Okay.
So there are a few they have opened, and I definitely support all of these guys who are doing. I know it's not an easy thing what we're doing, but we're not just doing it for the heck of doing it, not because we have the time and money, and not just because we'll become multimillionaires out of this project. This is just just service to mankind, to the planet, and to animals. And this community is beautiful, and we all are just together. So this is how we support each other.
So it is a trend that you see through the industry, like more and more restaurants are opening in this space?
Yeah, I think I have to say thanks to the celebrities,
Okay.
to the athletes who are choosing a plant-based lifestyle.
Like Virat Kohli, for example.
Or Djokovic, or so many actor and actresses in the film industry. And people like to, and they are influencers in their own way. And everybody looks upon them. So they're doing a great job, and they're contributing to the universe in their own way by just being vegan, even if they're acting. I am just contributing.
Even if they're acting.
Yeah. I'm contributing, even if I'm just running a restaurant, there are some plant-based nutritionists, they're doing their own work. There are some activists who are really standing on MG Road, on the roads, and showing people videos and talking to them, please give up meat, like really doing their activism so well. Like each one is doing their role to bring this movement, not to make a cult, but to bring compassion on earth.
I think that's something that we all need, right? The world needs more compassion, more understanding, more, like you said, every dish has love.
Because there is no cry and blood in that dish. So it is just love from nature.
So if someone wants to switch to a plant-based diet, what's like a good first starting point for them? Obviously, one is coming to JustBe and tasting the food.
No, I think before that, it is that if they want to be vegan or shift to a plant-based lifestyle, the first step is to really make that reason very, very solid and look at food through that reason. Why? What is really food? Is this born or is this grown? Anything which is born, don't touch it. Anything which is snatched, that's not yours. You will never be happy internally if you have really done that. Because if there is cry and pain in that food of yours, how is your organs inside your body going to nourish? Because there is a memory in every food, because it's live food and dead food. Live food will nourish you, it will give you life.
Yes.
And dead food is going to give you what? Death, toxins. All that what you really don't need is going to give you stress. It's going to give you, because it's stressed. When the animal is killed, it's stressed from that fear and pain. It's going to, we all are there, we all are suffering, and I really feel one of the biggest reasons. So I've been into psychology, and I've been helping and counseling people, getting counsel too with a lot of my things in my life. And I just feel that after being plant-based, Rohit, the most beautiful thing is that I'm happy for no reason. Not that my life is perfect. And not that every situation in my life is perfect. The biggest challenge is, early morning when I come here and I see, two of the chefs didn't turn up after the salary day. They disappeared. I just have 3 guys left. What do we do? But there's something like I would get stressed and hyper and things. I feel it has mellowed down. It's not over, but it gets channelized in a little more understanding, compassionate ways. I don't have to go to a therapist again. You know what, this is happening, or this, because food is healing, food is a healer, it goes and corrects things.
So the food that you eat has a direct impact on your mental state.
We are what we eat. Jaisa khao an, vaisa pao man.
I think that's the best way to put it.
But it's simple. It's so simple, but you know what? We don't like simple things. Salad ज़्यादा खा लो, इतना boring है ये. Lekin, make it have something very exotic where fumes are coming and color is added. Oh my God, I can put this on Instagram. We don't eat for our health. We eat to show off.
Nowadays, a lot of spotlight is being put on fake ingredients, or like people are making paneer with vegetable oil. People are, what all colors they're adding. Bread has got like 20 ingredients when it should just have 3.
Exactly.
So slowly, I do think people are at least becoming more aware. Now, awareness needs to lead to action as well.
Can I correct something here?
Okay.
Rohit, whatever has been supplied, it is the demand from the audience. If you go to a restaurant and there are 50 people over there, reach there and say, hey, we won't eat food with color. I'm telling you, the next day, the restaurant will stop using color because they don't have an audience to eat that.
I don't think people know that their food has all of this.
People know everything, but they don't want to know because, hello, it's too much of an effort. जो मिल रहा है खा लो यार चुपचाप. अरे फ्राइड खाना है, so what? जिंदगी एक ही बार मिली है, खा लो. सबको मरना ही है, खा के मरो ना.
YOLO.
So whatever, I will never say that this is available. This is available because this is the demand. How do we celebrate a children's birthday party? With the most sugary cake, with the most, all the fried chips, everything which is junk is just laid over there.
True, we used to celebrate birthdays at McDonald's and Pizza Hut.
So then why wouldn't, because that's trending, why wouldn't another kid want the same kind of party? And the third kid and the fourth kid? So this is the trend which we audience have made, not the restaurants. Restaurants are opening and serving what you want. So we have to make a change here. What do we really want? And we can all make a shift in the whole world.
Very true. I mean, the minute we start asking and demanding, and if enough people do that,
Yeah.
that's that's life in general, right? That's what
Sa-
politics is.
look
You
at-
vote with
look
your
at-
wallet.
Look at this. That you still see a lot of non-vegetarian, vegetarian restaurants. You see completely vegetarian restaurants. But in the last couple of years, you're seeing plant-based vegan restaurants coming up. Can you imagine how strong this movement is?
Definitely.
Can you just imagine how beautifully the consciousness is shifting in people's hearts and mind, and how strong this effect is that every restaurant has a vegan option.
Yeah, they put those labels, and
Yeah.
they have some even have full sections.
And I have hope. I want to see a world, a compassionate world. And I'm contributing to that.
Definitely, you are. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Is there anything else you would like to say, like to end the podcast, Foodcast?
I would just say to the audience that it's worth investing in our health, and that's through our mind. We have to make our mind set strong that I want to eat for this temple, this body, and everything I eat is either going to increase the lifespan or make my life not very healthy. It's going to deteriorate. So just make the choice accordingly. And all the best to everybody, and wish you a compassionate life ahead.
And if you took anything away from this, please write in the comments what your major takeaways were from this video. Thanks for watching, everyone.